Visit astlessons.com for lyrics and chords, sheet music, tablatures, useful links, and much more.
Hi there! So I'm Robert from AST Lessons, and for this one I'll show all about that bass with Meghan Trainor. And this video is going to be how she does it when playing live with the ukulele. Now it's the same chords as the original, but to play along you have to put the capo on 2nd fret. Alright, so for this song it's just 4 chords repeated all through. And firstly we have a G. The next is A minor 7 in this shape. And after that we have a D7. Then lastly she plays G again. So the chord shapes is quite easy, but if you want to play it like her, you have to muffle the G string on both the G and D7, which is simply done by touching the string. So like this. But if you want to skip it, you can just play a normal G. And if you struggle with the E minor 7, you can also play it as an open strum or pluck. And then for D7, there's also this version. Then of course, you can also break it down, playing A minor instead of A minor 7. And D instead of D7. And as for strumming, there is 2 patterns that's used for most of the song. And for each chord, you play 2 rounds. Now when she plays it, she uses finger strumming a bit above. But to hear more clearly, I will use a plectrum and play here. So number 1 is just 2 down strums, like this. Slowly. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then for number 2 we add a first strum on this beat, so it's like this. And slowly. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then to make it more interesting, here's 2 things you can add. Now first of all, she plays a lot of staccato, which is stopping the sound. So it's a 2-way technique with partly lifting the fingers. And the other bit is using the right hand coming down. So together, slowly. But you can also stick to one of these. And the other thing is that percussive sounds on either one or both of the offbeats. Now there's two ways to do that, which is either using a slap, coming straight down with force, which works well on some ukuleles, but the way she mostly does it is more like a palm mute or muffle. So you basically strum while touching the strings with the right hand. So for example, number 1 will sound like this. But sometimes, instead of strumming, she uses plucking, i.e. finger picking, and it's on the same beats as when strumming. And the way she does it is either with all 4 strings, or the bottom 3. So number 1 now sounds like this. And slowly. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and number 2. And slowly. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and now lastly, to a few details. So the LC paper is written for the album version, but in contents it is slightly different. So in the live version, she replaced the first chorus with an intro, but it's played like a chorus. Then for the end, she skips the last chorus and outro. And also, we don't need a capo on the live version, since it's played in G. And the last thing is that she sometimes stops and pauses when she hits the second G, either like this or like this. Alright, so there's 2 options you can try instead. Number 1. And slowly. And number 2.